There are bloodstains on the floor. Oh boy, so talk about fun. Bloodstains, more like fun stains. Hi everybody, Renegade 67 and or 68 here with some more Let's Play slash stream Fate Stay Night Blind Unlimited Blade Works of the blind, I said blind already, variety. So, last time, lots of interludes. Those are fun. We saw an assassin interlude, and then I'm like, wait, is it actually a caster interlude? Because assassin died, but he didn't actually die. It was only mostly death. Big difference from actual death. Speaking of which, did Kirei only mostly die, or did he actually die? That's a little ambiguous, because the bad ending made it ambiguous. If it was the point was to make it ambiguous, because that was the foreshadowing he was still alive, fair. If he's actually just dead, though, then that's double, double fooey on that ending. Yeah, so we went to the church. It was a bad ending, and then we went to the church again, and now it's not a bad ending. Yay! There are bloodstains on the floor. I think it could still be a bad ending. I don't know. The blood continues to the door at the back of the church. So yeah, these were definitely okay. Let's actually theorize for a second. Do that thing that I like doing. Shiro came in this morning. Imagine killing Kirei fucking Kotomine off screen. Oh man, if they actually killed him off screen, I would assume the anime version has to show it off on screen because, like, I don't know. I'm thinking about the Fate Stay Night Limited Blade Works again because Kirei is such a big presence, especially because of Fate Zero, and it works in the narrative here because we already saw his cool, end of timeline one thing. But if he just gets ousted off screen, no way. That's not fair. Anyways, yeah, this was not here when we went there in the morning in the bad ending. Okay, merit to the morning bad ending. Thumbs up. Even if this was here, Shiro is just blind, but it seems like it wasn't here. So that means something new has happened since. Bloodstains, who would they be from? Do servants bleed? I think so. Do they leave behind bloodstains like this? Not typically. Wouldn't they heal fast enough? It could be Lancer bloodstains, but I feel like he would have gotten away sooner. So maybe Kirei secretly survived and got away, and these are his bloodstains. That's so basic though. It's possible Rin attacked the church already, and these are Rin's bloodstains. These could be Kazuki's bloodstains if there's some drama going on between Kazuki and Caster. Um, it's Kirei dragging himself out of the church. Well, if it's Kirei's bloodstains, I assume that's what it is. But I don't know. I guess beyond that, it's hard for me to really theorize with just simple bloodstains. Some new scuffle has happened since, if it's, I assume, but unless Kirei did just walk out as I theoretically walked in the theoretical bad ending. But if that is the case, then that interlude was either translated poorly or that was the point, is that Kirei faked his death, I guess. But anyways, the blood continues to the door at the back of the church.
違う。奥に続いてるっていうより、
No, that's wrong.
外に出たって感じだ。
It's more like it came out from that door. If you take a close look at the footprints, you can probably tell that kind of thing, yeah. If it did come out from that door, that suggests it's Kirei who survived. That's going to make me question that interlude, but I'm curious about it, but now's not the time. I think the bloodstain should at least keep you on guard, Shiro? You know, because last time you just walked into the next room and then just bad ending. So try not to not just walk into the next room, unless your Shiro sense is telling you Rin's in the next room, which, in that case, who am I to argue? I don't know. If there's blood, it means someone's hurt. Oh, and you want to help the hurt person? But if the bloodstains are coming from that room, then that means they already left out the door, so there wouldn't be anyone hurt in the next room, in theory. You say you're curious, like, because, yeah, it looks more like it came out from that door. So, yeah, from your perspective, the hurt person should be in the other direction, right? Kirei Kotomine performed a substitution no jutsu. Very possible. He seems to have the elite skills. Substitution, really though, is just kind of bullshit. Its rules were never properly explained. Like, they kind of explained them, but, like, those aren't even really the rules. Anyways, I don't want to get into that whole Naruto thing right now. Substitution was poorly explained. Or if it was properly explained, no. Yeah, no, it's just weird. It means someone's hurt. If there's blood, it means someone's hurt. And this much, too. Their life must be in danger. Okay. Dash, 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 dash. I feel a sharp pain in my head. Dull heaviness settles in my body. Sharp pain in my head. Dull heaviness. Is this pain related to Saber or Archer? Could be either at this point, I guess. Probably Rin, Archer, both. You know, Archrin. The Archrin. Can that be a technical term? Knowing fate. It's probably canon here. Kirei substitution. Sure. I ignore it, take out the wooden sword, and start walking quietly. Okay. At least you have your weapon armed at this point.
Tosaka, いるのか?
Tosak, are you there? More related to Archer than Rin. Yeah, but it's kind of like one and the same, more or less, assuming they're in the same place. If they're not, then that would be like, oh, they're related to Archer kind of moment. But, so yeah, we did walk into just the exact same place. Probably because Shiro's sense was tingling, which is fair, I guess. He's just relying on his senses, even though he should be smarter. He still has to rely on his smelly senses. Where's my tactical anime, where they can, like, use their smarts to decide how to kill their enemies, or live? Instead, we just gotta rely on Shiro's senses. Nobody replies. The air is tense. I feel like the windows here will break if I'm too loud. Dash, dash, dash. And there was like a window or something breaking in the morning, right? So was that Lancer getting away or Kira getting away or yes? I follow the trail of blood. That sounds like an idea. It's coming from in between the columns. Okay. A dark stairway that you would normally not notice. At least Shiro's actually sneaking. You're right, you know, that's a little bit of an improvement. Because in the first, in Timeline 1, when he came in and went down the dark stairway, as it were, he wasn't really sneaky at all. He was just being casual, like a dork. A dark stairway that you would normally not notice. Also, I say like a dork, but that is insulting to dorks. Dorks usually would probably be in tune enough with the tropes to be like, wait a second, I should be sneaky. Anyways. A dark stairway that you would normally not notice. Ascending stairway. This place is a basement. I'm assuming at some point this fate is going to end up a little bit like Redacted. And Shiro's going to start being like, wait a second, how do I know that? Because because we've talked about, you know, extensively how his personality seems to be like post-development from Timeline 1. But I feel like at some point he is going to start actually remembering things like beyond just his personality, but actual memories. So I'm wondering if that'll start towards the end of Timeline 2, or if that's not going to start till Timeline 3. I feel like it has to happen, but they might just save it for Timeline 3. This place has a basement? This is a church, so could it be a mausoleum? That's a fancy word. Ooh. Okay, is that your Archer pings, or is that your, oh yeah, there's orphans down there pings? I don't have enough energy to just stand here and think. You know, in Timeline 1, when you were about to go down into the basement, you know, before your character development, even then you still sort of knew subconsciously there are dead bodies down there. And yet here, I guess you're distracted by the Rin senses to not bother thinking about it. I don't know. I feel like if there is a timeline carryover, this is something that would be strong enough that you would subconsciously remember before you go down the stairs. Maybe not, though. Maybe these headaches is the time travel memories? I don't know if I have enough energy to stand here and think. I cautiously step into the darkness. I descend into the dark. I step into the darkness. I descend into the dark. Well, yes, that's usually what happens when you step into the darkness. Well, not always. You could be stepping up into the darkness. That's possible. Metaphorically, that would be ironic, but it's possible. I see a faint light at the end of the stairs. Stairs. Breathing quietly, I make my way down using that faint light. Okay. And then it's blue. The narrow corridor ends and I come out into an open space. That's very blue. Maybe there are no orphans because Castor cleaned them up. Oh, that's an idea. Maybe he doesn't get his orphan senses because Castor cleaned them up. But like, my understanding was okay. This might not be right, but my understanding was the reason he knew orphans were there is because he always subconsciously thought that Kirei was doing something fucked up with those kids because he never saw them again. He was lying to himself. So if that is what was going on, he was just subconsciously thinking that. It wasn't because he was sensing them or anything. And if that's the case, he should still kind of think that way, unless he's distracted by the Rin senses, I would think. But the narrow corridor ends, and I come into an open space. It's a big stone room. Why is it blue? Is the blue representative of Saber and how she is like now evil? If she's wearing the wedding gown dress thing or whatever that is, she would no longer be the blue. She would be white. So the stairs follow the wall down to the catacombs. The blue could be a Lancer blue, distracted by the blood he saw. I feel like the blood would only heighten his senses of something weird is going on here. And if timeline one, nothing sketchy happened, and yet he still's like, there's like dead kids down there. That makes me think that blood would just heighten that. I really do think it's the Archer Rin messing with him, so he's not thinking about it. But the stairs follow the wall down to the catacombs. There's an open space at the end of the stairs, and there's the person I've been looking for, Tosaka Rin. Oh, is she bleeding? Why is it all blue? Okay, Rin is red though. Interesting. The blue is just Caster's magic all over the place. Since when has her magic been represented as blue? There's the person I've been looking for, Tosaka Rin, down the stairs. Okay, so she already went in her attack, and she was what? Captured? Is that the result here? She was just captured? Is she fighting Saber? What's going on? Has Saber been fully controlled yet? Tosaka confronts the enemy before her with Archer's protection. Okay, this is an interlude then. Even though Shiro's right behind us? Or this isn't an interlude. I thought it was. I thought this was... Okay, I don't know. In front of her, in front of the altar, are two people. Okay. So in front of Rin and Archer are two people. Saber and Castor? Or Kazuki? Is he around? What happened to Kazuki? Wasn't he supposed to be guarding the place? Did some shenanigans happen? Was there a fight? Did the lovers have a quarrel? No, the lovers are still lovers. Does not even need to be said who they are. Okay, Kazuki and Castor. Saber is still being contained. Okay. So Shiro walked in on Rin and Castor fighting. Alright. The Magus in a purple robe, Castor, and her master, Kazuki. Okay. And on the altar behind them is Saber? Okay. Saber, who is looking down and panting painfully. Alright. So what's the solution here? Do we lose and have to run away? Well, okay. How can this resolve in an interesting way? If we lose and run away, that feels like just a repeat of what already has happened, more or less. But, like, if we win, I feel it's a little too soon. If we just get Saber back just like this, that's too easy. Maybe we half win, but then Saber gets fully controlled because of some kind of twist reveal or something, like Castor's real identity, maybe. And then we, like, win a little and beat Kazuki and kill Kazuki, but Castor doesn't care. But it's seeming like she cares now. I don't know. And then Saber gets controlled. So we half win, but then half lose. But if we're running away just from an attacking Saber, that is still kind of repetitive. But if we just win, it seems too easy at this point with how much they've built up Castor. I don't know. Saber, who's looking down and panting painfully. The most interesting outcome, I guess, is getting interrupted. By Lancer or something like that? Maybe Gilgamesh shows up. No, Gilgamesh and Castor is a bad combo. Unless Saber gets involved. Okay, who is looking down and painfully panting. Castor can instant control Saber at any point with a second command spell. Sure. This just feels too soon to have this confrontation, so I feel like we're going to get interrupted or something. Dash, 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 dash. Maybe this is when Archer dies and Shiro takes over as just being Archer. Somehow, if that's a thing that can happen. I don't know. My heart jumps. My pulse is beating faster than normal. Dash, 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 dash. The situation is obvious. Two pairs of masters and servants are confronting each other in the temple about 5 meters below me. Okay. So how are you not going to be a third wheel in this situation? I mean, don't get me wrong, sure, you can be useful, but you could also be a distraction to Rin right now because, I mean, she's going to be worried about your protection at that point. You're worried about her protection. Maybe it'll work out. I don't know. It just feels like if she doesn't know you're here, then you being here might catch her off guard and make her worse in the moment. Which, I don't know, if any of you is acting under par, I feel like the sum of your parts is worse than you separately. They haven't noticed me standing above them, as they're too absorbed. Okay. At least he's got the angle of surprise in that case. Shiro still has the shoulder wound. Yeah, so that's iffy. Okay, they haven't noticed me standing above them. All of them? Not even Caster, huh? At least we have the element of surprise. Shiro's not the best at being an assassin type, but, you know, if he was ever gonna, grow a archerish practical bone, now'd be a time to learn to conjure a bow so he can shoot a sword at Caster or something. Because sniping is probably the best use he's going to be if he gets close. I don't know how much help he's going to be. Tosaka and Caster are looking for an opening to strike. Okay. It would be suicidal for them to look up in a situation like this. Okay. Dash, dash. Are you focused on Saber or are you focused on Rin? I know this is the Rin pathway, but, Saber is very compromised right now. My heart beats even faster. Okay. My heart pounds and my shoulder aches as if it's seared by a hot iron. Well, that sounds painful. I can't keep my presence hidden forever in this state. Okay. Caster or Kazuki will notice me if they happen to look up just a bit. So what's the plan, buddy? We decide the plan. I understand. Oh boy. How do we back up? Okay, how do we back up indeed? I'll go out. I can give Tosaka an opening now. Not yet, I can't act so recklessly. I don't know. I feel like I can't act so recklessly is just the easy option, but like if I don't know. I'm using some smarts a little bit. It still feels more correct because if Tosaka's not thinking about me and she's bad at like dealing with emotional stuff on the fly, if I was to come out, even if Shiro's on top of his game, relatively speaking, Rin might get hugely thrown off because she's bad at dealing with emotional stuff on the fly, and she might not be emotionally prepared for Shiro to be involved in this and potentially in danger of dying. So I feel exposing myself now is a bad idea for that reason, on top of the other reasons it might just be a bad idea. So yeah, being reckless sounds bad. Let's just not be reckless. Dash, 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 dash. I breathe quietly. I push my body against the wall and watch while keeping myself hidden. Oh, hey, Wise, I noticed you're here. You said you weren't maybe going to be here, but you were. Yay! Push my body against the wall and watch while keeping myself hidden. Okay. And you watch your watch? Does Shiro wear a watch? Does he need to wear a watch with all the time travel going on? Even time travelers need to keep track of time, I guess. It's still too early. Ooh. It'll be reckless to charge in when I don't understand the situation yet. Yes, that is a smart thing. That's good. Good, smart Shiro. Good job. And more than anything, I don't have much power. Correct. The strengthened wooden sword is my only weapon. It's foolish to confront Caster without a plan. That's more or less what I tried to do when I went down the bad ending. I was like, look for an opening against Caster, but I didn't have a servant with me, so I guess I was bored. I mean, I am a servant, though, so, in the future past. No, that's wrong. Chigao, yo! It's foolish to confront Caster without a plan, but you have a plan? I do have another weapon. Oh. Right, the strength of wooden sword is melee weapon. Oh, you're saying that you can you can summon those at any time without even any practice? You just do it on the fly because willpower?
バカな。それこそ何を考えている。
No way, what am I thinking? I can't use projection. Half my body became numb after I used it once. Yeah, because your body had to properly align. If it's properly aligned now, you should be fine, right? I think that's what Archer said more or less, but I don't know. Archer told me they'll end up worse if I do it again. Did he say that? I don't know. Maybe he did say that. Maybe he did need magic drugs to not get fucked up. I thought, memory serves, he said, oh, it's because your body normally doesn't use the circuit that should be used. But this turned on the circuit, which was really painful, so now it can be used, was, I thought, the assumption, but maybe I'm remembering wrong. I don't know. Using magic beyond your capabilities can destroy you, but it's not beyond your capabilities. If I use projection magic in this state, it'll be natural for me to die on the spot. Oh, because you're already injured? Yeah, maybe.
機会は必ず来る。今は。
The chance will come. For now, I'll bide my time and wait for my chance. Okay. End up worse if you did it immediately after.
そう。なら、キレイは殺したわけ。
I see. So you killed Kirei? Oh boy. They're having this kind of conversation. So he did die, because that bad ending makes that ambiguous. Who's bloodstains then? It seems like Kuzuki and Rin are just about to start fighting. Maybe Caster thinks she killed Kirei, but he secretly did substitute away. Or Lancer's the one who got injured and ran away. Also very possible. I see. So you killed Kirei? What? Yeah, afterwards. I know. If you did it immediately after. Oh, immediately afterwards, as in instead of afterwards. I got what you meant, though. Yeah. So you killed Kirei? Her voice only holds murderous intent. Ah, yeah. Kirei, even though he was kind of fucked up, he was like your second dad. Now, if you had learned beforehand that, he killed your first dad, that might have, changed your feelings of murderous intent at this moment. But, Tosaka's glaring at the enemy with a coldness I've never seen before. Oh, that's cute how you care about him when you don't know what he did. Mm.
ええ、始末したわ。素直に聖杯を差し出す人間でもなさそうでしたからね。後々になって邪魔をされても困るもの。
Yes, he didn't seem like someone that would obediently hand me the Holy Grail. I also didn't want him to interrupt later on. He would have interrupted, all right. So there is the question. If there is going to be the reveal of Kirei killed the daddy, and if that happens in this timeline, maybe Kirei did survive. That seems, I don't know, maybe that's the implication, but I feel like Caster would have noticed the bloodstain, so it's probably just Lancer. I don't think there's any implication there that it's Kirei. The only implication is from the bad ending, but that's not really a real implication either, unless Shiro suddenly has super hearing, because Caster would have heard Kirei scream. So I just assume that the ordering from the interlude and the bad ending is weird, and I think he actually just is dead. Unless she has a specific reason to lie about killing him. Anyways, I didn't want to interrupt him. I don't want him to interrupt later on. In contrast, Caster is calm and composed. The Mags in Purple cheerfully admits the murder of the priest. How does that make you feel, Shiro? Oh, speaking of things that make you feel awkward. Ha ha! Dropped frames. When did that start happening? Yeah, we are dropping a whole bunch. Okay. Let's make a save. Killed Kirei? More like killed my frames. Exclamation point. Okay, how are my frames doing? They're still dropping. Okay. What do I do about this? Alright, YouTube, so this is a short video. I had my frames all droppy and stuff. If we had only gotten like a centimeter into the thing, I would have just cut. But we got, more than a centimeter in. So I feel like I have to make this a video. So hi YouTube. This is the end of the video. It's very short. Goodbye. No outro phrases. Wait a second. No. Wait. Hold on. Is it playing tricks on me? It's stabilized just as I'm about to say stop recording. However, I still don't really trust that. Oh no, it's shaking up again. Okay, it's stabilized, but it's shaking up again. Okay, yeah, I have to stop. I have to pull out. I shouldn't have even trusted that. Okay, stop recording. Goodbye, YouTube. You're over. Go away.